Hello, Detroit. This is T.R. Johnson with Deals Around Detroit. I'm here with Sweet Potato Sensations here on Lahser and Grand River. Am I saying that right? Should I say Lasher?
No, it's Lahser. The correct pronunciation is Lahser.
I'm here with the founder, Cassandra Thomas of Sweet Potato Sensations. Cassandra, tell Detroit about your journey to having this beautiful restaurant in the city of Detroit.
Well, this journey actually started a long time ago. We incorporated in December of 1987, but we actually started the idea the year previously, and we had the idea that, well, actually, let me tell the story from the very, very beginning. My husband and I, when we were first married, for Thanksgiving dinner, I did not have candied yams on the menu, and my husband is a lover of candied sweet potatoes. I was not. I was accustomed to sweet potatoes as a pie, or as my parents would just put them in the oven and bake them and eat them that way. So, in order to satisfy his desire for these candied yams that I didn't like, I came up with a recipe for sweet potato cookies because I'm a cookie monster. So, I made the recipe up and we decided to see if the cookie was marketable because we could have been the only people that liked sweet potato cookies. So we set up a table at a garage sale in Rosedale Park. They have a 30 block garage sale, and I asked my friend who lived on that side of Grand River if we could set up a table. And we did, and we had samples and 125 bags of cookies just in case somebody wanted to buy them. And in less than 3 hours' time, the cookies were all gone. So my husband said, we might have something here. So that night we went to bed, and he woke up the next morning and said, I got it. Sweet potato sensations, the greatest taste in the nation. And we decided we wanted to make not only cookies, but everything out of sweet potatoes, continuing the legacy of Dr. George Washington Carver. So we started with cookies, and then we went on to other things because people quite naturally would say, well, do you have a sweet potato pie? And at the time, I didn't. So I started talking to members of the family and other people who made pies that I admired. And I tried to figure out how to make a sweet potato pie. And when I went back home to Warren, Ohio, and my aunt was telling me how my grandmother made sweet potato pie. So even though I didn't get it directly from my grandmother, I say it's her recipe, and that's the pie that we make today.
Wow, I came in the building and I got the cookies. That's what I got because I'm a cookie monster myself, and that's what I got. And I noticed George Washington Carver on the building. That's just a way to pay homage to George Washington Carver. Awesome. Um, so you were telling me that now we're on Losser now. Was your first? You said your first building was right across the street.
We were directly across the street from where we are now, uh, right next to the Redford Movie Theater. And it was a smaller location where we first started out.
Have your recipe evolved throughout the years? Around what year do you think that okay, this was the exact recipe, and this is what we've been tasting ever since?
Uh, I don't remember the exact year, but when I didn't start making it to put out for the public until I had it right. So when we introduce a product, we're going to work on it first before we put it out for the public because we want to make sure it's right.
And it's the same recipe.
The same recipe, yes, all these years.
That is amazing. So, I, I mean, I love culinary art, and I'm so fascinated how a person could put something together and have the exact same recipe, no matter how big or small the food is.
Well, you can have the same recipe, of course. it has to be made in larger quantities because we're not just making a couple pies for the family when they come over. So you would have to make that in multiplication to get it to the right amount and then make adjustments from there. So it's a tweaking process. And we're very particular about the products that we serve, and we want to make sure that no matter who is doing it, that it's done according to our specifications and our standards.
Now, I'm looking at the wall. I see all these famous people that you guys have been around. When did you guys start to get national acclaim?
I don't have an exact year for that, but I tell people all the time that I have the best PR man in the world, and his name is Jesus. And I am a praying woman, and I would not have made it to this point without prayer, because being an entrepreneur is not an easy thing. And when I first started, I had a lot of people tell me, they would say discouraging type things. And I just had to, it just really strengthened my faith and trusting God, because every time I felt like quitting, the Lord would send me a message. It could be through a phone call or an actual customer that came in the store that gave me an encouraging word. And these people didn't know me. They didn't know I was really down in the dumps and felt like quitting. But he would always send someone or have someone call to encourage me to not stop, but to keep going. And that's why we're still here.
Amen. Amen. Do you have any last thing? Do you have any encouraging words for an entrepreneur, especially a woman in this environment that we live in, and keeping them encouraged starting the business?
Well, whatever it is that you have a dream to do, try it. Don't be afraid to try it. You don't want to be sitting back in your rocking chair when you get to be an old adult and say, "Oh, I wonder what would have happened if I had tried it." I mean, if you try, you might fail, but get back up and try something else. And I've always told people that for me, God has to be part of the equation, not just you by yourself, because you can't do it by yourself. You need support, family, friends, neighbors, your church family, whoever that might be. But you've got to trust and believe, and it has to be something that you're passionate about. If you're thinking you're going to start a business and you're going to be rich overnight, that's really not the right mindset. So it has to be something that you really enjoy, so it doesn't seem like work if it's something that you enjoy. And put God first.
Now I see SB Thomas here, and who is she, and what does she mean to you in your journey in this business?
Well, S.P. Thomas is my daughter. I have two daughters, Espy and Jennifer. Jennifer is in the back. She makes all the batters, everything, the cakes, the pies, all of that. So she has stepped into what my role was. And my daughter Espy is the front of the house, and she is customer service and handles the front part of the business. So she's the face.
I could see it's a family affair here. And when they got involved in the business fully, what did it mean to you?
Well, it was very, as a mother, makes you feel good that your children are capable of carrying on the legacy of the family.
Thank you so much, Miss Cassandra Thomas. This is T.R. Johnson with Deals Around Detroit. Please come to Sweet Potato Sensations on Lahser in Detroit. It's such an honor and pleasure. Thank you so much. This is Deals Around Detroit. Thank you. I just wanted to let you know before you go, if you're in need of social media management, payroll software, or credit card merchant services, contact me, T.R. Johnson from Deals Around Detroit.